Welcome to VCA Salem Animal Hospital. I'm Camille Laws, a certified technician, and I'm joined by Dr. Rob Siefkin, one of our emergency doctors. This is our second installment of My Vet Wants to Do What? Dr. Siefkin, what are we going to be doing today?
We are going to be doing something very exciting. We're going to be doing the physical exam. We're going to go over from head to toe just what your vet is doing when he's performing a physical exam. And I have my subject here right now. He's a 3.5-year-old male-neutered Labrador mix named Henry. And as far as I know, he's healthy, but let's find out. So we'll go ahead and perform the physical exam. What I like to do when I'm starting is I enter into a room, I'll introduce myself to both you and the pet, and then I'll just sort of assess how do they look, how are they acting, are they behaving appropriately. So that's kind of a general assessment of their mentation and behavior. And then I'll start from the head, and I'll take a glance at their eyes here, make sure the eyes look clear, make sure that they look like they're visual, check some reflexes up there. I will go ahead and actually lift the lip, and Camille, are you able to zoom in here? So I'm trying to do it on the opposite side so Camille can see, but I'll take a small portion of the pink area and I'll actually blanch it out, and Henry doesn't like that very much. And I'll check for capillary refill time. And then the last thing I'll do up at the head is just open the mouth and make sure that there's no sticks or foreign material, make sure there's no obvious dental disease, things like that. Sometimes I'll even look in the ears as well with an otoscope, things of that nature. The next thing that I will do is go ahead and start palpating lymph nodes. And I start up here at the mandibular lymph nodes that are just behind the salivary glands or adjacent to them, and then I'll feel the prescapular lymph nodes. I like to feel the axillary lymph nodes, except for you can't feel them when they're not diseased, but I'll check to make sure that they're not big. And I keep working down, feeling the body, make sure there's no masses, lumps that were undocumented. Let's see if you can stand up, Henry. Good dog. And then I'll go ahead and feel the popliteal lymph nodes, which are right here behind the knee. The next thing I'll do is I'll take my hands and I'll just make sure that the abdomen doesn't have any obvious pain, obvious organ enlargement, anything like that. And then I will go and listen to the heart and lungs. And so I start on the left side usually. This is the right side, but just for video purposes. I listen in, make sure there's no murmurs or arrhythmias. I will then feel also at the same time as I'm listening, I'll feel the femoral pulses, make sure that those are in line. I'll listen to the other side of the heart. I'll listen to the lungs on both sides, and sometimes in different parts. Good. And then the last things that are typically done are a temperature and plus or minus a rectal exam. And sometimes you'll see your vets checking for spinal pain like this, flexing the head up, down, laterally. Sometimes they'll do a brief neurologic exam and check for conscious proprioception, where they flip the foot over and make sure that your pet recognizes that their foot is in the wrong place and they replace it. Things like that. I tried to leave most of that out because it's beyond the scope of what today's video is for, but those are things that you might see. So thank you very much for joining us at VCA Salem Animal Hospital for My Vet Wants to Do What. Stay tuned for many, many more installments.